Hello, everyone. So today I just wanted to sit here and chat with you guys, tell you what's on my mind a little bit while I get ready for my daily walk. Um, I usually don't put makeup on and all that kind of stuff, but today I just felt like it. But I wanted to talk to you guys about something that um, I don't know. Sometimes I will think on a subject for days and then I'll have an epiphany, and I believe it's worth sharing. So, this epiphany that I had, and I've been having several over the past few days, just insights about myself and how to get to the source of your some type of pain or something that bothers you that then makes you project. Because as a person, we can't help but do that. We can't help but project our own insecurities and our own issues with ourself. We project it onto the people around us, and we can't help but do it. And some people are so good at it, and they've been doing it for so long that they're completely lost that they're even doing it. They're completely oblivious that that's even possible, that could even be a thing. Um, they get so stuck in this part of themselves that they forget that they're a whole person with energies, and that you have frequencies that affect other people. And when you are thinking a troublesome thought, or if your thoughts are always troublesome, you're going to project that, and you really can't help but do that. And it's only when you become hyper aware that you do it can you then solve that issue. Because I do that so much. I don't do it so much, but I do it enough to where it's become a problem, um that people don't, you know that I've recognized that that's what I do. But I've yet to come to a solution to how to I've yet come to a solution in my mind that seems easy or even doable to fix it. So I have a really big issue. I am an insecure person, and you wouldn't think that I am. Just by the way I hold myself, the way I talk, the way I carry myself, the way I dress. Like, you wouldn't think that I'm insecure, but I'm not insecure in the way that people usually are insecure. Like, I'm not insecure about my looks. I'm not insecure about that. When you suffer years of trauma and people, always telling you that there's something wrong with you because you show emotion, seemingly. Because my childhood, I've always just, like, you don't have to guess with me. I'm not the type of person you have to guess if I like you, if I'm happy, if I'm sad. You don't have to guess with me. And I think people can sense that. They can sense, okay, like, this chick is mad, this chick is, this, that. But no one is ever around me, and they never have to wonder if I'm talking shit behind their back, because I will literally just talk shit. If I have a problem with you, I'm going to come to you. And I don't like, sometimes I don't express that well, though. I don't convey that well. I could just come off like a bitch to people who don't know me, but that's not true. It's just my strong presence and my Scorpio my Mercury in Scorpio, which makes me a bad communicator. But also, I'm a rare person who actually means what they say, who actually says how they're feeling, who act like if I go to a grocery store and I'm having a bad day, the cashier will be able to tell. I don't put on fake faces good. I don't put on. That's why I can't have a normal job, because I can't, like, literally. Like it runs so deep within me to express myself just so authentically and just how I actually am feeling, whether that be happy, sad, whatever. And it's not that's not always good. You know, people who are used to running from their feelings or not really acknowledging anything or not being honest, people like that, it will repel them because they will sense that, you know, I just don't put up with bullshit. I don't deal with people bullshitting me, and we are gonna have a fucking problem if you, that is just how I am. So either you quit bullshitting and you be real, and I don't give a fuck. Like, I know this all seems harsh, and it all seems really brash, but it's not, because it's what we all want from people. But we're all once it's in front of you, you don't like it. A lot of people don't like it, but I just can't help it. But you know what? You'll never have to guess if I'm happy. You'll never have to guess where you stand with me, because I'm always going to let you know. And I hope and pray that other people do the same to me. You know, it's not like I give off this air like maybe I do to people who can't be real with themselves or are afraid of honesty or afraid of being authentic. But when you're securing yourself in those ways, you know, it scares fake people off. And people are always going to have something to say. But you know, that has nothing to do with you. That has nothing to do with other people. Because a lot of the times we will take each other for face value. And you're going to think I mean something different because you're looking at life through your perspective, when I really mean one thing and you're just taking it the way that you feel, like how you would, you know? So that's what really gets to me about people, is we project it's like we project our own personalities onto everybody else. And because I've been shitty in the past and I have my shitty ways, I believe that other people are going to be shitty to me the same way, you know? Or they're going to see something, I don't know, they're going to see the world. That's where my jealousy comes from, honestly, is they're going to see the person that I love the way I see them. And when you say it out loud, it just sounds ridiculous. It just sounds like, what are you even talking about? But if you know what I'm talking about, then you know. I'm going to get a drink of water. So what I'm trying to say with all of that is there are some people who see everything so vastly different to you and how you see it. And no matter how much you explain or how much you, you know, say, so with like the example of drug addicted parents, if you realize that your drug addicted parent is just a child who was hurt and who never helped themselves, who never loved themselves enough or felt that they were deserving of love to the point where they self-destructed, okay? And no matter what you say to that person, if they don't feel that they are worthy of your love, they will continue to self-destruct. If they feel that you would be better off without them and that they're just a piece of shit anyway, so who cares what I do? Might as well keep doing the drugs. Then nothing you say, good or bad, is going to change them. Do you understand? Nothing. Like literally you could go to the ends of the earth and do everything for this person or absolutely nothing for this person, but it won't change how they see themselves. It won't change how they see things. It won't change their interpretation based on their experiences, it won't change. So you really can save yourself a lot of heartache by, if you feel that you deserve better, being a drug addict is not going to settle it for you. If you have any sense of self-worth or self-love, being a drug addict is not going to cut it for you in life. You are naturally going to go after more. You're naturally going to go to do things and believe in yourself because you have self-love and you have a sense of worth or self-love. But if a person goes their entire life and never has anybody love them, never has anyone tell them anything good, always points out stuff that they do wrong, what do you think that they're going to expect from everyone coming? Like, you have to realize that people, we've all been through some stuff. Like, we have all, for generations, have been handed trauma, whether that be through neglect or overbearing or whatever it could be. We're all just children, really, because if you think about it, you're not an adult. You can't even comprehend things like an adult until you're like 25, because your brain doesn't stop growing until then. And then by 25, you've already had all these crazy life experiences, and your experiences have showed you and proven to you time again, because you put that lens on it. That's why you can hear a lot of people say, oh, what you tell yourself is how you'll live. You can manifest this, because if you believe it, you could do it. That's what it is. And that's going to go for the bad and the good. And that's just, it almost just makes you want to laugh. It is just like, is this a big cosmic joke? So I've been the one the whole time. But, your soul and your character doesn't evolve without some type of adversity. So don't look, this whole time we've all been staring at our pain and our adversities as, oh, woe is me, when really you should be saying, you know what? You have to go through some shit to build a skin, to build some experience and some resilience. But a lot of people, they can't see it that way, especially when you're right in the pit of your problem. It is hard to see things in a positive light. And in those moments, you know what I tell myself? I've been through worse, this ain't shit. I've been through worse, this isn't shit. And it's true. Because I've put myself through way more hell and pain and turmoil, for a lifetime, to last me a lifetime. And I don't know. I think a lot of people will go through life and not think twice about how they see the world. They'll not think twice that everything that they think and believe and feel, think and believe, somebody taught that to them. So, if growing up, if somebody taught you that the color red to everyone else was the color blue, then how, you know what I mean? Like, everyone sees things through their own experiences and perspectives. So, one, give people some compassion that, when they're fucking up really bad, it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with how they feel about themselves and what they feel they deserve. If they've never felt, if If nothing good has ever come from their life, they're not going to expect anything good. Therefore, they're not going to try to be good. They're not going to try to change because there's nothing worth changing for. And you really just have to just go with it. You know, whatever somebody says, and if it's a big, huge argument, like I've got to remember this in times when I'm fighting with Mark. Like he sees things in a completely different way than I do. But that doesn't mean he's wrong and I'm right, or I'm right and he's wrong, or vice versa. You know, it doesn't mean that. It just means that we see things different, and that's it. That's it. But yes, people are a trip. Like point blank period. They are a trip, and life is not a linear line. You're gonna keep cycling back to things that you thought you knew, and experiences that you thought you worked through, and memories that you thought you forgot. Like you're gonna keep cycling back to everything until you merge it all and become who you really are, or who you were all along. Whichever way you want to look at it. I hope this video makes any type of sense to anybody. I know it made sense to me because I think about these things a lot. You know, it's my main focus for the study and the work that I choose to do with my life. And you have to give some people some slack because they can only know you and love you as much as they know and love themselves. If people don't have any love for themselves, they are not going to care one bit how they hurt you. They're going to be aware of it, but they're not going to care because they don't think that they're worthy of anything, of displaying anything greater. And so you really, at the heart of your issues, you really have to look at yourself. Look in the mirror. There's nobody else, because either you would tolerate it and you don't change it, or you change it. That's your only two options. You admit that you are allowing something to happen over and over, which is why something keeps happening in your life. Like if a problem keeps resurfacing from different people, it's not them. It's you putting your lens on that person. It's you putting your inability to deal with your issues and fix it and love yourself enough to change. That's it. Because I went my whole life feeling that I was unworthy of success, unworthy of anything good, unworthy of love, unworthy of understanding. And so I just fucking had a free-for-all. And I didn't care who I hurt. I'm telling you guys all this stuff through experience. This is not a guess. I'm not guessing if people do this. I know that people do this because I did this to people my entire life. And it was because I didn't have any sense of self-worth or self-love or anything. I didn't care. I honestly wanted to die. And so I went my whole life just fucking over everybody I knew and not caring how relationships played out, and just, you know, throwing in the towel. And I don't want to be that person no more. And so I want to show myself the same love and kindness I would show anybody else. And that all comes from an understanding. All of that ability to have self-love comes from a strong understanding. You have to have understanding, compassion to have love. I love you guys. I'm going to get off here because I've been talking too long already. But if you have anything else to add, and if you feel some type of way about this, let me know. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.